This is the TEAC A3440 reel-to-reel. This is a multi-track recorder. It has 4 tracks. You can record on one channel individually or all 4 tracks, up to all 4 tracks simultaneously in the forward direction. It runs at 7.5 and 15 inches per second. Everything on the machine works as it should. I'm going to go over some of the controls right now. We'll just start on the left and work our way around. This is the pitch control, and it controls the speed during playback. If you have a tape that you want to slow down a little bit or speed up a little bit, this is the switch you want to use that with. And this is the counter. It's a old analog counter. You just push this button to reset it. Power switch, the real size switch, either the small or large. This is the speed switch. Again, it runs at 7.5 or 15 inches per second. These are the function switches, function select. When you press them in, that enables that track for recording. You can record one channel at a time, or up to all 4 simultaneously in any order that you like. The next switch is this section is for the output selection. This switch, you're monitoring what's coming into the machine. Right now I have a test on coming into it. This switch monitors the simulsync function of the tape deck, meaning that the record head also acts as a playback head when you put it in sync mode. That's for synchronizing tracks. Let's say you want to sing the song over a previously recorded track that's already recorded a guitar riff or whatever, and you want to sing along with it. Use this sync switch in conjunction with the record switch to record your voice at the same time on the tape, and synchronize those 2 tracks together. The third switch in this output selection is the playback, and that uses the regular playback head on the 3440, and it monitors what's on the tape. Does the same thing as the synchronized output, but this is going to be a little bit after the recorded portion right here. This is where the record head is. This is the playback head, and again the sync the sync switch just allows the record head to play back the recording right at that same point. A couple of indicators for your pause and record switches. Anytime the function switches, one of the function switches are engaged, the record switch will blink, and when you press record and play at the same time, this light will go solid, and that means you're actually in the record mode. These are your microphone inputs. Up to 4 microphones can be utilized. These are your view meters, channels 1 through 4. You have your inputs that you can select. You can do line. You can use the regular microphone, or if you need to get a really hot mic, you can attenuate it some. I'm not sure how far it knocks it down, but if your mic's too hot, you want to hit the attenuation switch all the way over to the left. And then you have the input and output selections, or potentiometers, and this just controls how loud the input signal is going to be coming into the deck. This controls how much the output of the recorded tape is going to put out to your amplifier. Over here you have your this is for your headphones, and you have a volume control here. It says monitor, and you can monitor 1, 2, or up to all 4 channels simultaneously if you like. In today's demo, I'm going to use this for the first portion of the demo. I'm going to use the same test equipment that I use to calibrate these machines. It's an old Fairgraph multi-purpose oscillator, wall and flutter meter. It does a lot of other stuff too, but it's very useful when testing out these reel-to-reels. Right now I have a 0 dB signal going into the TEAC, and this is about a 400 hertz tone. You can monitor it by, I think I've got it going to channels 2 and 4. Yeah, 2 and 4. So, and you see the signal's coming in at 0 dB when the input is set to 5. And we can move it up if we want to. And that would just increase the input. But right now we have them set for 0 dB. And that's, again, this has been calibrated for 0 dB. I don't know if you can see it or not on the, but this meter is, I have it calibrated for right at 0 dB, so I can send that signal into the tape deck, and we can vary the oscillation. But around the 400 hertz tone is a good signal to calibrate these recording levels at. And the purpose of this demonstration and this portion of it is just to show you that whatever we're putting into the machine is what we're getting out. And this is the way I normally check out all the machines. So without further ado, we're going to begin recording on tracks 2 and 4. We're going to do that for just a couple of minutes to make sure that everything's recording and playing back okay. And we'll check the playback head and the synchronized output also. Okay, right now this is just what's going on to the tape. And this is what's coming off the tape. See, we've got 0 dB signal on the output. And this is the same thing we have on the input. And this is the playback head. And this is what's going into the machine. Okay, and also you want to make sure that your record head, it has a playback function on also, so you can hit the synchronized output, and it's also at 0 dB. That's exactly where it should be, and that's part of the calibration process when you go through these machines. You want to make double sure that all your levels are putting out as they should. Okay, that's okay. Now we're going to speed it up to 15 inches per second. Tracks 2 and 4. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch it over to tracks. I'm going to switch that input over to tracks 1 and 3 so we can make sure those are okay as well. Okay, so now we're going to be monitoring tracks 1 and 3. We'll set those up for 0 dB. Okay, we're going to be in recording. Start off with the slow speed. Okay, that's what's going on to the tape. Change it over to 15 inches per second. Again, this is the input and the output. Okay, but one other thing we could do is change the sine wave. Speed it up a little bit. Slow it down first and represent a more of a bass signal. hertz. This is what's going in. I'm gonna bring it up to, and when you drop the frequency like that, your input will drop a little bit. So we've got a 0 dB on the input, and the output on the channel 1 looks like it goes a little bit past 0 dB, which is fine. That's normal with the lower end of the lower end of the frequency range, and that's what you want with an analog machine. Okay, now we're going to send in a 4K signal. It's about 4,000 hertz. And we're going to set the meters for 0 dB. That's the input. And the output is spot on. And we'll check the sync also. Again, this is the input. The synchronized output from the record head, and this is the playback from the output from the playback head. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect a regular MP3 player to it, and we're going to record some music on channels 1 and 3, and then we'll do it on channels 2 and 4.